going live. We're going live. Can you hear me? I'm live from George Square. Happy Burns Night. Happy Burns Night, everyone. For people that don't know, Burns Night, every January 25th in Scotland, we celebrate the life and death of Robbie Burns. What do we know about Robbie? Well, he was a poet, a songwriter. He liked to drink, and by all accounts, he was a hoormeister, as Sonny B says. What you might not know, if you live outside of Glasgow, is a darker side. And every year we have the annual international haggis hunt on the streets of Glasgow, which is why I'm in George Square just now. Some say this is part of our culture, some say it's old, it's cruel, and it should be banned. Especially since haggises or haggai, to use the correct Gaelic plural, are too easy to catch because they just have one leg shorter than the other. And then when they try to run, they simply rotate in circles, making a beep 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 noise. Well, admittedly for me, I think there's no need for the loaded guns and the sharp-toothed carels. There's a guy with a flamethrower earlier on, I just think it's just excessive. And others say that, well, it's part of Scottish culture, and it's the liberal woke agenda. It's going too far. If they cancel this march, which is enjoyed by families of all ages and the thousands, hundreds of thousands. So we're here in George Square. The Haggai have been released and the show is about to begin. Tonight we have music and poetry and a panel of guests discussing the future of the international haggis hunt. And we get the build up to the hype ahead of our Friction Burn supper this Saturday at Room 2 in Glasgow, where we're going to have an underground cabaret of Scotland's most talented voices, and everyone will get a free haggis mix and tatties, plus a wee dram if that's your thing as well. I would just like to say that no haggises will be harmed in the making of our haggis, because we use the organic Haggai farm, which for those who don't know, it's organic, it's fine. The haggis we use, they're fed with only the freshest salad, because a lot of people don't know that haggis are vegetarian. Well, it's haggis vegetarian. You never heard of a vegetarian haggis? Well, they are. There's some of them are gluten free, some of them are vegan. So we feed, well, I don't feed them, but the people on the organic Haggai food farm, they feed them fresh salad from Subway, the best, only the best, and they're treated with love, care, belly rubs, and you know, they're happy because they say, it's a beep beep, the wee beep goes on the tap, and then means that they're happy. So, yeah, Friction Burn supper this Saturday, Room 2, Busker Rhymes, Callum Ray, Dr. Nolan, Gordon Brown, Yuri, Jim Moran, Kamehameha, Kirsty Heggie, really just speaking of wonderful guys, and more this Saturday. And I'll put a link in the comments so you can get a ticket before it sells out, or before the ticket price goes up. And I've got the first guest here, I believe we've got the first guest, is Hugh Reid. The legendary Hugh Reid, who is going to be hosting the show on Saturday. Hugh, can you hear me alright?
Yeah, can you hear me okay, aye?
I can hear you, mate, I can hear you.
Right, well, greetings from...
And we've got Kamehameha as well.
What's happening?
So where are you from? Where are you? You're in...
I'm in...
I can hear you,
Butte, Butte, Rossi. So, but I'll be on Saturday.
Beautiful Butte.
You will be
at Room 2, which is actually just, as you said, in George Square. You can hear that the crowd are kind of getting, I don't know if you can hear that yet, but the crowd here, it is the annual haggis hunt, And I mean, I don't know if they take it. What about you're in the Kingdom of Fife, Cammy? Is the haggis hunt still a thing there?
That's not a thing I've ever heard of until you mentioned earlier, but not at all.
Is that a Glasgow thing, Hugh? Is the haggis hunt?
Marcus
Is
of
that a Glasgow thing?
The Marcus of Bute, he goes out shooting pheasants and hunting the haggis. It's an old tradition here. English, schoolboys, they go out firing at the haggis.
And what's the general people on the ground? Are they thinking that when you say old tradition, are the young people saying that this is how it's over? Sorry, that's the crowd, sorry. They all met up in George Square. Sorry, they all met up at Glasgow Green. The haggis have officially been released. The haggai have been released. And as you can hear, it's a carnival atmosphere. Can you hear that? People are excited. I mean, it does make you feel close to watch it. I mean, I can't lie. But there's no need.
It should be mandatory.
There's no need for this. I know. I'm pro the haggis as well. Let's keep it going, guys. I'm doing a podcast. You call that radio? It's kind of like it's on YouTube. Oh, that's right. They didn't know what a podcast was. They're like, what the fuck's a podcast? But no, we're back. Aye. So, yeah. Is it the younger people? They're not into the haggis hunt anymore. Apart from the kids that are all here. Is it over for the haggis hunt?
I think it's a dying tradition, but you still get the English fools up. You know, they'll shoot anything, those people. If a peasant pisses on the ground, that's it. They shoot it.
Fuck's sake.
It's no right. But it is what it is. Saturday, room 2, and I've got to announce I know I should probably be stopping to book people, because there's too many people already on the bill. But that didn't stop me booking Hamish MacDonald, who's the Scottish Slam champion, and he is going to be joining us tonight to do something. And he's been travelling around representing Scotland at the highest level in the World Poetry Slam Championships. So he's going to be joining us in a little bit. Who's tuned in? We've got Mark McInnes in the house. Hello, Mark. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, CJ. And tuned in late because we never start on time, but tonight I did. Well, it's a special night. I couldn't start late. Let the haggis roam free. Lou's in the house, hello as well. Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in. And I hope you're all going to make it on Saturday. Hugh, what is Burns Night to you? I know that you sing Auld Lang Syne in Chinese. So do the people of China, do they enjoy the work of Robbie Burns? Is Robbie Burns as international as we like to tell ourselves?
Well, they don't really know about Robbie Burns as such, but they know Auld Lang Syne, as a tune. I've heard that the most popular song in the whole world is Happy Birthday. And the second most popular is Auld Lang Syne. And I literally was on the Great Wall. I'm not lying here. I don't know if it was for the tourists. And I saw an old guy play a Chinese instrument and he was playing Auld Lang Syne. But they all know it, but they sing. It's the same meaning. It's a kind of song about friendship and all that. But they sing it in Chinese. They know, they've got some idea that it's Scottish or British originally, but that's all they know about it. Just think about it as an old song. They don't really know too much about Burns. But I've heard Russia's very into Burns.
Is that a fact? Russian is into Burns. I didn't know that. I'm going to just make a poll just now saying for people tuned in to see what the general feeling is that it should be cancelled. The haggis hunt. So okay, so we'll do a poll. I'm just starting that just now. So if you're watching on YouTube and if you're watching on Facebook or Twitch or anywhere else or Twitter, please join us on YouTube for the chat and the poll. So should we cancel the haggis hunt? And I'm not saying we should cancel hunting haggis in general, because I think if it's your own private property, that's a different. If you're doing it as a case of kill or be killed, if you're being attacked by a haggis, you know, it opens up there's lots of grey areas in the hunt for haggis, organic farms, all that kind of thing. But I'm talking about this you know, having 100,000 people on the streets of Glasgow with guns, flamethrowers, and big dogs with sharp teeth to attack little haggis. And you know yourself, they're quite small little guys with one leg shorter than the other, and when they try to run, it just makes them rotate in a circle and weep, weep. And I don't know if that is okay. But with Cammy, people with Fife just don't hunt the haggis at all. Is that because the Haggai is the Kingdom of Fife's emblem? Like the patron saint? Am I right in saying that the patron saint of Fife is the Haggai?
I've no idea about that. As far as I'm aware, we outsource the hunting of the haggises. I'm up for a battered haggis. Like every haggis that exists should get battered and eaten. And eaten as well.
battered but not killed. So just like battered fuck it. Like battered fuck it, or like deep fried.
As far as I'm aware, it's like it's no thing that exists. So you should be allowed to nope it out of non-existence, right? Or eat it, buy it at the chippy. That's as much as I know about this. If you could ask me about it.
Oh, so in Fife they don't even think they exist. Oh, that's,
no.
So it's kind of like China in that respect. It's kind of like China in that respect.
Fife is.
I mean, I've heard China's quite big. I've heard China's actually bigger than Fife, and that is that true?
Both kingdoms.
Both
kingdoms, you know.
I've heard rumours that China might, in fact, be bigger than Fife. Aye.
Is China bigger than Fife? Well, you know, Fife is a big place, so that gives you a rough idea of how big China really is. If we're talking about bigger than Fife.
Aye.
There's more haggis in
even
Fife,
parts of Dumfries and Galloway.
There's more haggis.
There's no haggis in Fife. Yeah, that's what. Oh, there's more haggis in Fife than China. Does China have any of like free range haggis just roaming the lands of China?
They haven't been introduced yet. I think they're afraid that they would mate over there. They might mate with a dragon or something. Who knows what would come out of that?
Kevin Irvin's tuned in. Hello, Kev. Shouts to Kevin Irvin. I'll maybe see you tomorrow, Kev. So Saturday we've got Hugh, you're going to be co-hosting. What can people expect from you?
Well, I do actually know a couple of Burns poems. I won't go into them now. I'll do them on Saturday. And I've written a folk song which is kind of a wee bit to do with Burns. So I'll do that. But I'm looking forward to seeing the other acts and just being there. And to me, the Burns night, we're celebrating our Scottishness to a degree. And we're sort of, you know, we're doing things that our fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers did. So to me, that's actually what I really like about it. It's not just about the poet, Burns.
And there's actually some people who are going to come on to the show on Saturday and they don't even like Robbie Burns, and they'll be saying things about him, that he's a bad guy. And, you know, every year, you know, you get all the right-wing TV shows saying that they're trying to cancel Robbie Burns, But I've never actually heard anyone say that they're trying to cancel Robbie Burns. But I've heard they're trying to ban the haggis hunt. But we've got here Auld Lang Syne in Chinese. And I'm just going to sort of maybe play a little bit of this just to give people a flavour of what Auld Lang Syne sounds like in Chinese. And
towards
did
the
you
end,
write
it's in
this?
Chinese, just so you know.
Okay, well, we'll maybe go halfway through. And we'll start from there. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, actually, see, I was in China for 9 years, just so people know. But the last 3 or 4 years I was in China, every Hogmanay, that's what happened. I would do Auld Lang Syne as a duet, you know, in Scottish and Chinese. So that became the tradition, because I had a band over there as well. So the very last year I was there, the band did it, but again with a Chinese singer and all that. So I felt it was a good thing to do, you know.
So China is bigger than Fife, and they don't really know Robbie Burns, but they know about Hugh Reid. So does it feel weird that Hugh Reid is bigger in China than Robbie Burns is?
I'm big in Butte and I'm big in Beijing, you know. But London doesn't know anything about me.
Big in Japan. No, it's big in China. Lou Rodson saying that was really cool with the round of applause. And Angela saying Russia also have the same patron saint as Scotland. There you go. I did not know that. I didn't know that. Lou's buzzing for Saturday. I have the power, says Epi. And yeah, thanks everyone who's commenting. We've got Minted You, says Mark. So I hope everyone that's tuned in is coming to the gig on Saturday. I've put a wee link to the schedule. Don't buy them online from people that are saying in the comments. There's a few people that are just appear nowadays. When you use the word tickets, they say, I have decided to sell 4 of my tickets. Nobody's selling their tickets apart from Skiddle. So buy a ticket for Skiddle, not off random people on the internet who are charging more than the actual real tickets are. As for the food thing, I mean, this gig, I do it every year. This is the 13th or 14th year we've done it. It stresses me out because I book too many acts and I never learn my lesson, because I think that I'm quite lazy in January. I can't get motivated. So by booking too many acts and being stressed out my nut and, you know, trying to provide, you know, over 150 haggis, and then you get people saying, oh, that's very nice, you're giving us a meal and a dram. But what about those that are vegetarian? So then we buying 100 vegetarian haggis, and then people say, well, what about me? I'm gluten-free. So then we buy the gluten-free haggis. And then someone goes, well, is a gluten-free haggis vegan-friendly? And then you get in the vegan haggis. And all this while you're trying to fit 14 acts into 4 hours, because we're starting at 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. It's a lot. It stresses me out. And then, like, I give everyone a free dram of whiskey. And then people say, what if you don't drink whiskey? What if you don't? You don't need to drink the whiskey. I'm not in. Is it time to stop giving away free whiskey? Am I a bad guy for doing this now? Is the tide turned?
Nah, they're just dicks. Just they.
Is it okay?
I didn't even believe in haggis, and I'll eat whatever you give me. Like, it's fine.
Right. Okay.
I think the
bring in my brown sauce for the haggis. Right. Well, that's good.
PC's gone mad. There was a man doing the Queen's speech there last Christmas.
We've got Big in Beijing as well. Okay, what else we going to get? You know what I've got lined up? We've got an exclusive for you. Never seen before. It was Joe Diart was supposed to be joining us on the show, and because she's playing on Saturday under the name Minerva Wakes. So we're going to get Joe on the show, and then she just said that she couldn't be asked or something like that. But no, she's busy. She's busy doing something else. But what she has given us is an exclusive, never seen before. It's a video filmed by Martin Windybank, and it's like a poem. It's kind of Burnsy because it's Scottish and it's a poem. So what I'll do, the first exclusive of the night. Here we go. It's Minerva Wakes.
Minerva wakes from a slumber deep in silt. She moves and sways, bound and grazed as her gaze inflates. She begins to create sound and jilts the wormholes the world expects her to move through to come alive. Unspoken and strange, she invades. A strong arm stretches, muscle flexed with a gentle grasp as energy spirals. From cocoon she reaches and is reached in one spinning flow. Wretched and effervescent in equal measures, she pulses, prickles and perspires. She is preceptor of her path. She is real, yet she is elucidity. She builds and hones, and while chiseling bones, she slowly unfolds.
It's that spooky bitch, Minerva Wakes. It's that spooky bitch, Minerva Wakes. That's
That looked like
I would say
looked
it's
like
called
Scottish
Aye.
widows. Looked like Scottish widows there.
Scottish Widows.
It was
It was a
good.
Scottish Widows vibe
Very
to it.
good.
Yeah, it was a very good, very well shot by Martin Mundybank as well. I put a wee link in the comments to it because it's just actually getting. I think it's unlisted just now. But if you click that link, you'll be able to like the video, subscribe to Minerva Wakes, and you can just leave a comment. And see, some people don't leave comments because they're not sure what to say. I used to struggle with that. I used to go, try and give a video or a song a review, and now I just use fire emojis when I'm on social media, or I write class on YouTube. So if you've ever had a message, something that just says class, that's me giving you the biggest compliment I can without having to think too much about what it is. So just write class. Do it. I'll wait for you. Just click that link and then write class, subscribe, like it, and then come back. I'll give you a minute to do that. And in the meantime, we'll just have a 10-second silence for Robbie Burns and the hunted Haggai.
If you set him on fire, Robbie Burns.
Do you know how it's weird? Do you know how it's weird that we celebrate somebody on their death day? Do you know it's like celebrating the life and death of someone? Do you know think she's not using their birthday rather than their death day? Does it matter?
I know it is a bit weird. It's a bit weird. He died in England.
I don't know much.
Dumfries, sorry. He died.
So he probably wasn't having a good day.
Borderside.
That's controversial.
Right.
Borders is just as Scottish. Just
Of
as
course.
Scottish as you. Just as
Of
Scottish as
course.
you.
Absolutely.
Wait, I'm
Absolutely.
going to put on. I've got a wee. Sadly, I've just. Chris Beattie's not going to make it now because he was going to be doing a thing with Unholy Frankenstein. So sadly, he's not going to make it. But we've got Hamish MacDonald, the Scottish Slam poetry champion, who's going to join us in a wee minute. But what I thought I would do is play Chrissy's Burns message because it's a banger, and it's a parcel of rogues. Do you know anything about a parcel of rogues? Can you give us any background in that, Hugh?
Well, Parcel of Rogues, I mean, it's so contemporary. That was about the lords that all sold out so that Scotland became part of England. They literally, there was Dallarada, or whatever you call it. That was Scotland's colony. That was all a big con. And so they had all put money into that. So then that meant they all became skint. And then England wanted to control Scotland. So they literally gave them money. So that's why Burns wrote that poem. And it still stands true about all the Scottish sellouts, for money.
And here's Chris Beattie of the Mighty Sparrowhawk and Unholy Frankenstein putting his own twist onto it. He's not feeling so well. He's not well enough to do the gig on Saturday, so we're wishing him all the best. Get well soon, Chris, and we'll hopefully see you at the next one. But I thought I'd play this because I think it's a great piece of work here.
Farewell to your Scottish name, farewell to your ancient glory, for I'll into my Scottish name, see famed in a channel for story. New sacrants to the Solway sands, and Tweed rings to the ocean. To my clear England's province stands such a parcel of rogues in an nation. The force Sir Alba couldn't subdue, through many a warlike stages, is rotten by a coward few, oh high, on traitors' wages. The English still we could disdain, secure in valor station. But English gold has been our bane, sick a parcel of roads in a nation. Oh, I never thought I'd see the day that treasonous would sail us. Their old grey heats lie in the clay, we Bruce and loyal Wallace. And if this may be my very last hour, I'll make a declaration. We're bought and sold for English gold. Such a parcel of roads in a nation. Remember, kids, Burns is not just for January. You call that
Shout outs to Chris Beattie.
Yeah, no,
aka
that's
Big Sparrowhawk.
excellent.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. And get well soon, Chris. Sadly, he's not going to be well enough for the gig on Saturday, but we wish him all the best and hopefully get him back next month. Because if the gig goes well, it'd be good to do it monthly in a venue where people can come to the thing live and we can maybe stream it as well. So the only way that you can guarantee to see the Saturday's gig is by actually going to it. But we might try and stream it. Is there anyone watching this that can't go on Saturday that would be interested in that? Let us know in the comments, because it's a really good lineup, and it'd be good if we could just get a high quality video of it as well at the same time. So we'll try if there seems to be a demand for it. I like that, not just for Canada. What is that what he said? Did he not say? Remember, kids, Burns is not just for January. I think that was the joke, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what
Aye,
he's
not just
saying,
for
aye.
Canada.
But
Not just for Canada. No, I think it's not just for January. You know, a puppy's not just for Christmas. That was how I understood it anyway. Rebecca Radical saying she's loving it as well. Rebecca Radical will be here. In fact, Rebecca, jump on the show if your voice is back. I do know that I seen Rebecca on Sunday. She played a gig with no voice, which is difficult to do. I've did that once before myself, and it is what it is. You know that one where you ever seen the video of me heckling a death metal heckler or something?
Yeah, I mind that one.
Well, you know what I'm talking about? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to play because it's not Burnsy enough. But we're doing in England and someone's like, play death metal. And luckily, because my voice was fucked, I could actually do a death metal thing. But shouts to Rebecca Radical. Happy belated birthday. She did a gig in the Kingdom of Fife on Saturday and a gig at the 13th Note on Sunday. And if her voice is back, she will be here on Saturday at Room 2. Also, a shout out to Club Anyway on You Call It Radio at 8 o'clock tonight to 10 o'clock. Mince, beats and tatties with Morph Haggish and Bash Tatties from Bashman from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. I'll put a wee link in the comments. That's a link if you want some techno and D&B for your Burns night, if you want something a wee bit different. And Burns, was he always a nice man? Did he make mistakes? Should he be cancelled for what he did in the 18th century?
Oh, he definitely shouldn't be cancelled. I mean, I think we know all about Burns because he's one of the people that was documented, but we don't know how other people led their lives. We've got this idea that everybody led a kind of a very Calvinistic lifestyle at that time, but I think probably the reality was very different. and other people you wouldn't know about their personal life. But Burns is about the only guy that we know about. So I wonder how different he really was. Of course, he was charismatic, and to me, he was kind of like a pop star, you know. But the women that he was involved with, as far as I can see, they didn't seem to resent him, too much. I'm not saying that I approve of his behaviour. I don't approve of his behaviour, but I think you probably have to see it in the
Don't get
context.
yourself cancelled. Don't get yourself cancelled.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Cammy, should he get cancelled? Should he get cancelled for past behaviour? Or should
What's
we
he
cancel
done?
anyone for stuff they did a couple hundred years ago? Well, we know that he drank too much. He was a mad shagger.
Everybody
was
drank too much.
one
and
of
was
the
a mad shagger.
controversies-
That's been Scottish, is it no? Fucking hell. Cancel Scotland. mate.
And he was a rap singer. And he was a rap singer.
I know.
He invented hip hop. Invented Scottish hip hop. We've got Frank Rafferty's in the house. Welcome, Frank. Who is a great Scottish poet based.
Hi there.
In
We met
Ireland.
here in Butte
Aye.
about
Yeah.
7, 8 months ago. Aye.
See?
Oh, amazing! Good stuff. Good stuff. It's a small world. Frank's actually now based in Ireland, but you were on the BBC radio earlier or something. Is that right?
I was doing a bit about Burns on BBC Radio Foyle here in Derry this afternoon. So, been one of the few Glaswegians.
So are you the go-to guy for all things?
Eh?
So if they've got a question about Scotland, you're the go-to guy. If it's a
It
Scottish poetry thing.
seems to be. They seem to think I know a lot about Burns. I just read a wee bit before I go on half the time.
We've got this as well, a wee shout out plug for this. So I'm actually going to see Frank in Ireland next Saturday. We're doing a wee gig. Maybe a wee bit of spoken word, and I'm going to do a couple of Gyro Babies acoustic next Friday. Next Friday. It's next Friday, aye, cool. Right, that's good. I thought I'd double book myself there.
Right, yes.
Okay, so Gyro Babies acoustic stuff and some spoken word at the Millennium Theatre, which looks amazing. Millennium Forum, and that's to launch Celine Salon's anthology book. So looking forward to that. It's the first time playing Ireland, the homeland. Because obviously, I've got Irish roots, but I always feel when I say that, I sound like an American saying that they've got Scottish roots. So I don't know. But Frank, you're here because you've got a poem for us, and I don't know what it is. What have you got?
I don't know. What do you want? Do you want a bit of Burns, or do you want something else? Sorry,
I don't know what I told you to prepare or not. Oh, what would you like to do a poem? No pressure at all. No pressure whatsoever.
Aye, I'll do a wee poem. I did this the other night at Rebecca's thing, obviously, as the Dead Thatchers the other night with music, but
yes,
plus, it is in that.
Check out the Dead Thatchers.
So I will.
All right, perfect then. Perfect.
And
so this is the wee anthology, Celine Salon. So we did a Glasgow.
Aye.
All right, on you go.
It's called My Granny Made Me an Anarchist, and it's for Stuart Christie. He was a well-known Scottish anarchist. Ended up getting the jail in Spain when he was still a teenager for getting caught on his way with a rucksack full of explosives to try to blow up Franco. They spotted him because he had a big polo neck jumper on and he was sweating profusely. Anyway, My Granny Made Me an Anarchist for Stuart Christie. My granny made me an anarchist. That night when she came up with my bail, she said, "Frankie, son, always box clever. Never let them put you into a jail. Never let them know what you're thinking or that you intend their demise. When they stop you in the street, just keep smiling. And remember, a smile always starts in your eyes. Read a lot, with many friends, enjoy talking. Have a beer or 3, but never to excess. Experiment with whatever you want to, but keep in mind, more is rarely better than less. Have sex with whoever you want to, who takes your fancy or you to their bed, but try not to break any promises you made and keep religion well away from your head. She was just a wee woman from Springburn, and she claimed that she didn't know very much, but when she went into the intricacies of anarcho-syndicalist thought, man, I thought she was speaking in Dutch. She said there's a coming insurrection. You may not know when or where, but the why. That's all we can ever be sure of. This and the fact we all die. There's this world, there'll no be another. We'll not be building new homes in the stars. That's science fiction. Keep the emphasis on fiction. Politicians will leave you nothing but scars. They'll try to dupe you, lie to you. Don't believe them. Other facts are the matter. It's all lies. No matter what party they claim they stand for. They're the same one, with a few in disguise. The granny never danced with Emma Goldman. Didn't drink with Bakunin, Rudy Rocker or Lucy Parsons. But she taught me that revolt is a natural tendency of life. And a case can be well made for arson. Direct action, said my granny, is necessity. The world can be whatever all of us create. Beyond decrees and control of parties and leaders, and there can be no redress from the state. Government isn't there for the governed. It serves the interests of the rulers and the rich. The rest of us, we're just a game to be played by those who never die in any ditch. Aye, my granny made me an anarchist. That night when she came up with my bail, she said, Frankie, son, always box clever. Never let them put you into the jail. Cheers.
Such a parcel of rules. And a nation.
And there's a mad cow on their way to Friction's Burn Supper this Saturday. Shout outs to Frank. Absolutely brilliant. That was superb. Frank says, Mark McInnes. Big up Frank says, Big Al. How you doing, Al? Frank was class at the book launch a few months ago. Absolutely. And we're going to it's the Irish book launch in February the 3rd in Derry. If anyone fancies it, we're going to do a wee acoustic thing in it. Frank says, Rebecca, class with fire emojis, says Lou. And Eppie's just going back to the Canada. Sorry, I'm wrecked as usual. And every Canadian I've ever met or spoke to likes to quote a bit of Burns. So it's quite good patter when you think about it. Burns is not just for Canada. Brilliant, Frank, says CJ. Brilliant, says Angela. And party hats. I think it's party hats for Rebecca Radical as well. But yeah, amazing stuff, Frank. I've got another guest here. It's Rory O'B.
Hello.
Rory O'B's in the house.
Hello, right.
Who is actually who's playing it on Saturday, but it's his comeback show with they've been missed Busker Rhymes.
Yeah.
Absolutely love a bit of Busker Rhymes. And for years, I think you were on this show about 7 times, and every time we're like, is Busker Rhymes ever coming back? And the answer is yes. Busker Rhymes is coming back this Saturday. Are you excited for it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm buzzing for it. We've been rehearsing quite a lot. Well, we've not been rehearsing quite a lot, but it'll be good anyway. We know the songs, so it'll be good. It's just an acoustic show, so it's just me and Liam. Playing, but it'll be we'll still have the same energy, I can guarantee. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing some old songs. We've been writing some new stuff, but I'm not sure if we'll debut any of that this weekend. But yeah, I'm buzzing to play on Saturday. Amazing.
And I think we do maybe have some special guests that are going to be part of your show as well that we can't reveal just yet, but there is rumours of some special guests. We do know that much. Mm-hmm. And what about Robbie Burns Day in general? I mean, I'm assuming that the shirt you're wearing is because you like to get into Robbie Burns, or is that just the
I'm going to walk.
Thing?
I walk with young people. I'm going to work after this. I'm doing like Rabbi Burns stuff with them, so I thought I'd just put the shirt on to go to make it more Rabbi Burns themed, basically. I probably wouldn't put it on if I wasn't going to work. I could wear it on Saturday, actually.
It's a strong look, mate.
Yeah.
No, wear it on Saturday, man. I'll get the.
Aye.
I had a wee hat I was looking for. That is, just our Jimmy hat.
Yeah.
Whatever is that, the Scottish stereotype. And I seen Cammy, obviously, earlier on, I don't know if you noticed, he subtly cracked open a bottle of Iron Brew as well. What do you think of the haggis hunt? Everyone behind me in George Square, just hunting the haggis, hundreds of thousands of people with guns hunting the haggis. Is this okay in modern day Scotland, Rory? What do you think?
I don't know if I agree with that modern day Scotland hunting the haggis. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't think that's right. To be honest, I think if I was there, I'd have been protesting.
There's no place for it.
No,
Frank,
no
what
place
about
for
you?
that in modern day society.
I think you should hunt
Well,
the
I have been saying, keep it down.
hunt the haggai till they're extinct.
You're hunt the Haggai. You're not a fan. What have you got against Haggai? What have Haggai ever done to you, Frank?
A couple of them bit me once.
What has a Haggai ever done to
There was
you?
a gang of them in the street, and about 3 of them bit me in the arm. You bastard.
They do have a strong bite, which is weird because they are vegetarian haggis. Kirsty Heggy's in the house. Hello, Kirsty. You called that radio's poet of the year slam. Oh, she's dropped her camera. She defeated Cammy in a very close final, which went to, I think, 2 playoffs. So it was very close. Kirsty, I know that you're in a hurry because you're actually about to host another Burns night, 8 o'clock. So I think you're going to do a wee thing for us. Is that right?
That's right, yeah. So I'm just using an amp because
Okay, go for it.
I had a problem with my audio interface connection.
That'll be fine.
Right, so we're just going straight to a song then.
No worries.
All right, okay. So
Take
here's
it away.
an original song. Well, most of the people, most of the time, will tell you they were wrong. Maybe it was all they've been left behind, or there's something they've forgotten. Smiling on time with a yes I'm fine, and their ears have the call. Drinking from the top of the cup, the good stuff's at the bottom. We can't see eye to eye, standing in lines. Many of us are not made to be meant for these times. Oh my god.
Whoops. Oh, right, it's back. Never happened. It never happened.
Oh dear. It's one of those wee things that attaches on. It's like an ear attacher thingy. Not filling me with confidence.
It's fine. Nobody's noticed. Just continue.
Lately I've been thinking it's the world, not me. Maybe we were made to live a little dangerously. I've always been one to gravitate towards the ledge. We've never seen the view, have you? You've never been close to the edge. Well, there was a time that I was sure my own ship made me sinking, but I held on tight to the sides of the bow despite what others were thinking. As a new world appeared throughout of the mist, the old one soon was shrinking, and I couldn't have seen it any clearer if I stopped myself from blinking. I couldn't keep telling myself I was fine. One ones who make all the rules are hiding the crime. Lately I've been thinking, is the world know me? Maybe we were made to live a little dangerously. I've always been one to gravitate towards the ledge. You've never seen the view, have you? You never come close to the Have you ever come close to the brink of your mind and wondered why people can be so unkind? But all you really needed was a little room to grow and a world that tells us our lives, not just for show. Does the world know me? Maybe we were made to live a little dangerously. I've always been one to gravitate towards the ledge, but you've never seen the view. You've never been close to the
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Well done, Kirsty Heggie. You call that radio's Poet of the Year. And she's also going to be hosting a Burns supper thing at 8 o'clock somewhere. How can people tune into that?
Yeah, so it is.
Can you hear me? I don't know if she can hear me. I think there's a bit of a delay. Kirsty, send me the link and I'll send it on to the people to see. But you can see Kirsty this Saturday at the Friction Burns Supper at Room 2. And I'll let you go because I know you're in a hurry because you've got the other show. If you send me the link, I'll share it round with everyone. But thank you, Kirsty. Brilliant stuff for Kirsty. Not just a poet, but a rapper and a singer as well. So good stuff for Kirsty. Lovely, says Hugh. Lovely wee tune, says Mark McInnes. Woohoo, says Bob. Just took my Dubonai to a special place, says CJ. So brilliant stuff. So yeah, Kirsty's doing some sort of Burns supper thing, 8 o'clock that I think you can tune into. But if you've had enough Burns, then that's fine, because we're also just doing a techno and drum and bass thing. It's Min's Beats and Tatties with Morfamish the Haggis and Bashman the Mashed Tatty Man, doing some techno breaks, acid, mutant bass, D&B, all that. From 8 o'clock, right on, you call that radio's YouTube channel, not Facebook or Twitch. And we've got... so Rory, I'm going to get you on for a second to do a tune, but I've got the... I've got Cammy lined up next for his poem. So Cammy did battle with Kirsty in the Poet of the Year Slam. Cammy, you did good. What was that? Did you enjoy the experience of finishing second? I think he's went quiet. 2 minutes and 20. He's gone. No volume for you, Cammy. Oh, it's muted you, I think. Oh, you haven't.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. I hear you. Hear me now.
Sorry,
yes,
I muted it when I was getting given some spaghetti and meatballs. The traditional Burns night meal in Fife. Right, sorry, what was the question there?
Oh, there's no haggis there, so it's fair enough.
Coming second in the slam was fine, but having to be described as a poet for a while, that was not okay. I'm still recovering from that. It's partly why I'm still in my bed just now. Also, I was playing at Becca's thing in Metal on Saturday, and I think I've got some punk diseases or something. So, I'll be in my bed until then.
Yeah, there seems to be people losing.
Eating spaghetti.
Cool. Just rest up. Rest up.
Oh.
So we've got this here. Hold on. No, is that the right one? Is that 2 hours and 12? I think this is the right one. So, yeah, we've got. This is from the last month. We did a Poetry Slam of the Year, and Cammy was very unlucky not to win it. So this is enjoy Cammy pretending he's a poet, and then we'll have Rory O.B. to close the show with a live exclusive. So the top 2 poets are Kamehameha, Kirsty Heggie. And we're now going to have a final one.
We'll reach.
We're going now, it's Kamehameha, the final. Who is the best poet in the universe of 2022? The first final is Kamehameha.
Right. I log on to Bag of Quick burst the dopamine, hopefully. Posting memes to global reach can pass as acting socially. I grew up on the internet when I failed to act locally. Don't at me, bro, I'm part of an aging upholstery. Come to blow off steam, trigger warning for your OCD. They've replaced a mirror selfie with a filter on the smoke machine. Pay no heed to momentary nausea as you go to sleep. We need the more scopolamine floating in your soda stream. Happy coma dreams as Blow to the Head was sponsored by a VPN you don't even need. You know the deal, promoted posts of processed cheese. Please hit Control-Alt-Delete on all processes. I miss the days of roam the streets until you're home for your tea. Now a broken screen controls my reach in moments of need. Couple times I've had to beg online to make ends meet. Set an appeal and it's dead in the feed. Beggar's belief. Maybe turn it off and on again. Maybe patch it on again. The Walking Dead are clawing at the walls of all your corporate events. Talking heads are prodding at a hornet's nest with talk of cause and effect, been causing shortness of breath. And what's next, yo? Sorry if I'm causing offence. The shadow of my former self was shadow banned by your autocorrect. Pay no favours to the J. Jonah Jamesons. Nowadays I'm more cautious when I'm caught on the web. You can arrange all comments by most recent or relevant. Is that relevant to me or your machine-led intelligence? Kinda need to question if there's a single real person in certain comment sections at Decepticon insurrection. Bots in a puppet show, bought by the gullible. Your non-fungal token of a monkey's non-refundable. Another puff of smoke goes undisclosed. Too much running joke will surely stunt your growth. I need a filter setting on the posts that I see. I'm sick of algorithms controlling me emotionally. I'm not head over heels for the web of deceit, and that tension and release has been hermetically sealed. Don't give a fuck about celebrities. A few of you should learn to read. Refusing therapy has tuned you to hyperbole. Bull run a market or go bullshit some seller fees. I'll screenshot all your don't tread on me NFTs. Noobs get uncomfortable. I'm sorry about the structural code. It's fucked and we know. We made it highly functional though. Working from home as Joe Public only turned up his nose at dirty introverted folk not worthy of note. Now social apps are everywhere and bugging my phone, yo. I'm practically a technophobe at lurking with the periscope. Shitpost aficionado. MO is set to troll this normie MMO like pest control. Cheers.
The King Kamehameha, and we can get reaction from the King Kamehameha himself, who's eating his traditional Italian breakfast. We've still got Frank, we've still got Hugh, we've got Rory O.B., and that was Cammy. Good stuff from Cammy from the Poetry Slam last week. But this time, this Saturday, are you going to be doing more of that rap singing, or is it going to be a poetry thing?
I'll probably bring beats with me, and I'll see what the vibe of the night's going like, and if it calls for beats, I might go for that. I could do some storytelling stuff a cappella or that. I tried to do that in Metal actually and I forgot it, so maybe don't do that one. So I mean, it'll be the lyrics from the tunes with beats anyway. You know what I mean? Best not poet in Scotland. Fucking hell. Cool. I know a lot of very talented people that also.
You are the best not poet in Scotland. I think you've proven that already.
Cool.
Yeah, well, it's no cool to admit, is it? There's no in the schemes of five, but it's Cammy your ace. What a storyteller says, Ali, and we do have one of the coolest poets on the planet right now. Literally one of the coolest poets on the planet, because he won the Scottish Slam Championship and he went all the way to the World Finals and he was unlucky not to win the title. Welcome, Hamish. Hello, Hamish. How you doing, mate?
Hello, Mark. How you doing? I'm out in the Highland darkness, so hopefully you can see me and hear me. Looking a bit ghostly here.
That's amazing. Wait, I can see you and hear you. You are looking ghostly, man. I like the look. I love the look. Absolutely buzzing to have you on the show this Saturday at Room 2, mate. Do you have a poem prepared for us?
Do
you have something?
Well, I did a wee poem now, because we're at a Burns night, we're at a Burns supper, which is why I'm standing outside. So I did a wee thing called the Reduced Immortal Memory, to save, sitting for an hour listening to the life of Burns. So it takes about a minute and 15 seconds. Do you want me to do it?
That'd be brilliant, man. Take it away.
Okay, there we go. So this is the immortal memory of Robert Burns. There was a lad was born in Kyle, who crafted words with vir and guile. His verse was never out of style, his fame was never off the bile. He met a lass in Ballochmyle, siller-tongued and slick as isle, the morals of a crocodile. He rhymed until his dying breath, he gave the breath of life to death. He heard the plaintive trilling spugs, he chewed the fat with talking dogs, he set off for the holy fair, jinking out the brigs of air, composing Holy Willie's prayer. Poosing Nancy's for a banter, rode the stormy Tam O'Shanter, scraped some lines upon a window, a fond kiss with dear Clorinda. His heart that bled with passion throes, and conjured up a red rose, and forwards though he couldn't see, still dreamed of love and liberty. He damned the state with ill opinion, lamented mankind's cruel dominion, through host provoking sweet the plan, a man's a man, with cares of weal and wealth combined, and as his constitution blind, they set his feet upon the earth and gave him to the Solway Firth, as there for honest poverty, and plunged him the cold grey sea. O bonny bird, they'll break my heart, and placed him high upon a kert, and past the friars Venel steered, St Michael's hallowed grun appeared, the gunshots rang, the faces fell, the curfew tolled the solemn knell, and each bell rang with bold elan. A man's a man, a man's a man's a man's a man's a man. So that's my reduced immortal memory.
Yes.
It's good, aye.
Amazing stuff, man. A man's 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 a man. Hamish McDonald, who will be playing this Saturday, the Friction Burns Supper. Everyone, I think everybody's been on the show tonight will be playing this Saturday. So come along. There's a link in the bio if you've not already got a ticket. And everybody gets some haggis, nips and tatties. There will be vegetarian, there will be vegan. I believe vegan. I need to double check the vegan thing, but there will be vegetarian options. Well, Hamish, thank you so much for jumping out.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of your Burns night tonight. Yep. And we'll see you on Saturday. All the best, pal. Cheers. So we're going to go and we're going to finish with a song from Rory O'B, because I'm aware that it's nearly 8 o'clock. And the last time that we did this, we ended up clashing with You Call That Radio on the other channel, which is stupid because we are the same channel. So after Rory, we've got Club Anywhen with Mince, Beats and Tatties, Bashman and Murphamish playing live. And thank you, Frank, for being on the show tonight. I'll see you next week. So Frank's not playing on Saturday, but he will be playing in Derry alongside myself and a whole bunch of amazing people next Friday night. So that's in February the 3rd. So I'll see you there, Frank.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Frank. We've got Cammy. We'll see you on Saturday, Cammy. Thank you very much, mate. And bring the raps and the poetry on Saturday. My co-host for Saturday, Hugh Reid, thank you, mate. I appreciate you coming out tonight. And we'll see
looking
you on
forward
Saturday.
to it.
And there's a delay, man. Is it just me?
There is now. I wasn't getting it before, but I'm getting it now. I think it's in mind. I have done something wrong, I think. So thank you to all our guests tonight. Go, everyone, get to the Friction Burns Supper. If you're skint, send me a message. I'll see what I can do. And Rory, to close the night. Okay.
This is where we're off to, we're going nowhere fast, on this rocky road that leads us out of town. Our eyes they glisten in nice skies, our feet don't touch the pavement, as we hobble from this pub where our sorrow drowned. Oh, the best of times are long gone. Feels like the end is drawing near. It's not the last time we'll hold on with sore hands before the wind changes. We grow wings, so I hope you know wherever I may land, I'll still chirp the same songs we used to sing. Oh, the blood red wine soaked winter nights in the empty streets that made us always hobbling home with the whole world in our hands. We're only 19, full of toxic waste, and all our priorities will change. As everyone gets older, they start pulling out the plans. All the best of times might be long gone, as long as you know I'm still here. It's not the last time we'll hold on with sore hands before the wind changes. We grow wings, so I hope you know wherever I may land, I'll still chirp the same songs we used to sing. All my friends have grown up, but I think we're still the same. And for the last time, I'll be a broken man. I miss the old chorus. Oh, it still stings, but I know it would be worse if I still lived in the past. But I'll remember the words to the songs we used to sing. Thank you.
Brilliant stuff. Rory OB.
Thank you.
Just enough time to tell you the result of the poll. 15 people voted. Should we cancel the Haggis Hunt? No, 73%. Yes, 26%. So the people have decided that despite the cruelty of the Haggis Hunt, the tradition must live on. Thank you, Rory. Absolute banger of a tune. You can see Rory and Liam as Busker Rhymes with some special guests this Saturday for Friction Burns Supper. And we are running late because on the other channel we now have, well, it's on the same channel, we should call it radio, but it's what do you call it, the Club Anyway and special. So if everyone could just click that link that's in the comments, and we'll jump over there and I'll see you there. It's for Bashman and Morphamish playing techno, breaks, acid, mutant, bass, D&B techno right now until 10 o'clock-ish. Nice one, Rory. I'll see you on Saturday.
See you Saturday. See you all.
Cheers.